Dylan, it's fabulous to be here with you today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's start at the very beginning. How did you get so into gaming?
Yeah, it's a funny story. I mean, obviously Fortnite kind of came out, took over like the world by storm, and all of my friends in college, we all started just like playing and really got into it. I graduated, became a nurse. I was first in the trauma ICU, and then when COVID came around, I was switched into the COVID ICU. I started to get like a little bit burnt out after like 6-7 months of that. I had been doing Fortnite on the side just as a little hobby kind of thing. It really kind of transitioned though from like gaming and like the gamer sense to like more of the like creating sense when they released their like creative platform in 2018, and that's where I kind of like picked up doing more of the creative and development side of things because it's more interesting to me, and it was very simple at the time, so I was able to like kind of pick things up slowly and teach myself how to make a game. A legendary YouTube gamer named Ali A, he messaged me and he was like, hey, I like your stuff, would you help me develop games? So that was kind of like the signal that I needed to like fully jump into this. And after about 3-4 months of just doing it full time, I started to like be able to identify like where players would want to play, and it led me to want to create like something bigger, and that's kind of how it led to me forming a company and trying to grow that way.
So now talk to me about your new company and what you're doing.
Yeah, so it's called Good Gamers. The idea behind it is like we wanted to approach the development side of games from like more of like a marketing and organization focused. So we have Good Gamers, and those are our marketing and influencers and content creators, and we bring them into the team because they are the people who can reach a lot of people. But then on the back end, we have people like me and a couple others that I've brought on who develop the good games.
I want to get a sense of the scale of your business. Are you able to talk to me about users or customers or anything of that sort?
Yeah, since we can't sell anything, we don't have customers yet, but we have plenty of users. The game Go Goated, that one reaches between 800,000 and 1 million players every day, and has over 750 million plays total. And then for our team, we launched like 6 or 7 months ago, and we already have, I think, 4 games that are totaling over 500,000 players a day. So we've reached over 100 million unique players since I started in early 2020.
And you've taken on no outside funding, correct?
Not yet, no.
How has that been then, building a business, just bootstrapping it?
Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, I'm very blessed to have the game that I have, Go Goated, and that one has hovered, as one of the top games for a while. And so it has been able to fund like these ideas that I've wanted to kind of implement, and I'm lucky to be able to do that with what I have.
Now, some of the things I hear from the older generation doesn't quite understand the gaming space is that this is just a hobby. This is not a career.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've probably heard that from a lot of people in your life. How have you dealt with that? And do you have any advice for people in the gaming industry who are dealing with that?
That's a good question. I mean, it is a hobby for a lot of people, but I think just like with so many hobbies, like if you are passionate about something and you are, a little bit savvy, like you can turn a hobby or a passion or whatever into a business for yourself. So, I mean, my answer to that would be like, this space has hundreds of millions of people playing, like every year, every day, millions and millions of players, and it's constantly growing. So it can be more than a hobby if you want it to be.
And last one for you, it's really hard to go from just being a nurse to then taking the dive into entrepreneurship. What advice would you have for people facing similar situations?
There's a point that you get to where you're like, I think this is the right thing to do, this is something that I believe in, and your kind of like fear, or your fear of the unknown is like holding you back. So it kind of is just like that point where I'm gonna commit to something and I'm not gonna look back. And for me, that was when I decided I'm not gonna renew my nursing license. I'm gonna just commit to what I'm doing, and I'm gonna give it my all. Just like be confident in yourself, and then you just have to take that leap of faith and commit to it, and good things can come from that.